Oh dear soul, awaken. Why do you doubt the one who fashioned you, who whispered life into your being while you breathe without command, while your heart beats without your will? Every inhale, every flicker of thought, every pulse of life within you is a testament that you are being held, sustained, nurtured. Yet you hesitate, your mind wavers, your heart questions. Pause, be still, feel the weight of your own existence. This very awareness is the greatest proof of Him. No philosopher can explain it away. No scientist can unravel the essence of why you are. Even the one who denies Him, who stubbornly proclaims there is no God, does so with a tongue He designed, breathes with lungs He formed, and thinks with a mind He sustains. Yet they turn away, intoxicated by their own intellect, drowning in arrogance, until the tide of reality overtakes them. But you are not like them. You are among those who remember. You recognize the source, the ultimate reality that brought you forth, the one who allows a tiny seed to split the earth and become a towering tree, the one who grants your body the power to heal, the one who infused your spirit with an innate longing for Him. You know, yet even then, your soul wavers, shackled by the illusions of this fleeting world, the grand deception of the outer world. They deceive you with half-truths. They present science as the supreme knowledge, forgetting that science only describes but never explains. They will tell you about gravity, but never why matter is drawn to matter. They will dissect the neurons in your brain, but never explain why you are aware of your own thoughts. They will chart the orbits of planets, but remain silent on why the cosmos is so meticulously fine-tuned. No one among them dares to ask, why is there something rather than nothing? No one among them seeks, what breathes meaning into the cold, indifferent equations? They are content with shadows, with the fractured glimpses of the grand design, yet they refuse to turn toward the light that makes all things clear. They do not see because they do not want to see. But you, oh dear soul, you were made to see. You were born with faith, woven into the very fabric of your being. Before your mind was taught doubt, before the world placed its veils over your eyes, you knew. Deep in the core of your soul, you still know. So awaken. The truth has never left you. It only waits for you to return. Imagine whispering to an unborn child nestled in the depths of the womb, a being untouched by light, cradled in a world of silence. You say to him, beyond this place of shadows, there is a vast and unimaginable realm. There you will see colors beyond counting, hear melodies that stir the depths of your soul. You will no longer be sustained through this cord in your belly, but instead you will taste sweetness, bitterness, warmth, and coolness upon your tongue. You will not float, but stand, walk, run. Feel the wind kiss your skin. There will be mountains that touch the sky, rivers that weave through emerald valleys, and faces filled with expressions beyond your knowing. You will laugh, you will love, you will feel in ways you cannot yet comprehend. What would the unborn child say? Impossible. How can there be light when all I have known is darkness? How can there be taste when my lips have never touched food? How can there be a world beyond this one when this is all I have ever known? Yet, the moment of birth arrives, the veil lifts, and everything that was once beyond belief becomes reality. And so it is with this life and the hereafter. You have been given eyes, yet they seek a horizon beyond this world. You have been given ears, yet they long for a sound that transcends mere echoes of the temporary. You have been given a heart, yet it aches for something greater than all the fleeting joys this world can offer. Do you think these faculties were given to perish into nothingness? That your sight was meant only to fade into dust? That your hearing was granted only to be buried in silence? No, dear soul, you were made for something far greater. The proof, written within. Reflect again. Why does the murderer hesitate before striking? Why does the thief feel the sting of guilt before stealing? Why does the heart rebel against injustice, even when it does not affect us personally? What is this unseen compass within us, pulling us toward good and warning us against evil? The unborn child does not need proof that another world awaits him. His own body is proof. He has legs he has never walked upon, eyes that have never seen, a mouth that has never spoken. If this world were all there is, why was he given what he cannot yet use? And so ask yourself, why were you given a conscience? Why does love move you to tears? Why does the suffering of a stranger cause an ache in your chest? If there were no truth beyond this fleeting life, why would we care? Why would we fight for justice if there were no ultimate justice? Why would a mother sacrifice for her child? Why would an old man give up his last seat for a pregnant woman? Your own heart knows the answer. There must be a reckoning. There must be a world where all wrongs are made right, where the soul stands before its creator, where the veil is lifted and all truths become clear. The real currency of the hereafter. The wealth you chase, the status you build, the pleasures you indulge in, they will mean nothing there. The beauty you admire in the mirror, the luxuries you surround yourself with, none of it will serve you in that realm. The only currency that will hold value is your deeds, and not just any deeds, but the ultimate deed, recognizing the truth, acknowledging the one who made you, sustained you, loved you before you even knew how to love. What good is it to be generous, yet deny the one who gave you the capacity to be kind? What good is it to stand for justice, yet reject the very source of all justice? No deed is greater than to acknowledge the reality behind all realities. To turn away from him is not merely to turn from religion, it is to turn from your own self. It is to deny the very reason you were given a heart that longs, a mind that wonders, a soul that seeks. The unborn child does not understand the world that awaits him until he enters it. And one day, the soul will depart from this world, and everything it doubted, will become as clear as day. And on that day, there will be no more disbelief, only realization. The wealth you hoard, the luxuries you drown in, the fleeting beauty you admire in the mirror, it will all fade into nothing. The status you chase, the applause you crave, the possessions you guard so fiercely, none of it will hold weight in the realm beyond. There, only one currency will have value: your deeds. And not just any deeds, but the ultimate deed, the recognition of the ultimate truth. Acknowledging the one who created you, who sustained you, who surrounded you with endless signs of his mercy. What good is generosity if you deny the very source of all giving? What good is kindness if you reject the one who is the most kind? What good is seeking justice if you refuse to acknowledge the supreme judge? To turn away from him is not just to deny God, it is to deny yourself. To ignore him is to ignore the very reason you exist. And yet, despite our forgetfulness, despite our distractions, despite our arrogance, he still loves us. He loves you more than your mother did as she carried you within her, more than she did when she rocked you to sleep, when she wept over your pain, when she shielded you from every harm. His love surpasses the love of every mother, of every soul, of every being combined. Can you imagine a mother watching her child run toward a fire and standing by in silence? Impossible! She would cry out, she would run, she would throw herself in the way to stop him. And yet, how many of us run heedlessly toward destruction, toward the fire of arrogance, of heedlessness, of disbelief? And so he calls to you, not with force, but with mercy. Through the signs in the heavens, through the whispers in your heart, through the moments of deep reflection when your soul stirs, when the world quiets, when something within you knows that you were made for more. So listen, before the veil lifts, before the chance is gone, before you awaken in a world where regret will be the only thing that remains. This world is but a passing dream, a mirage shimmering in the heat of existence. Like all dreams, it must end. The illusion of power, the lure of wealth, the fleeting shimmer of status, all will vanish like mist before the rising sun. And when you awaken, what will you see? Will your eyes open to the radiant light of your Lord, pleased with you, welcoming you into eternal peace? Or will you find yourself adrift in regret, realizing too late that the world you clung to was nothing more than a fleeting shadow? Wake up to reality before reality wakes you up. Oh, dear soul, awaken before the dream fades, before the veil is lifted, before the final dawn arrives.